Hi, I'm Michael. I'm a student at QUT in Brisbane, Australia. I'm here to talk about an emerging role in the music industries, that of the data scientist. It's something that stemmed from the field of music research, which has been going on for about 200 years, but it's only in the last 15 years or so that we've actually had the computing power necessary to analyze big chunks of data to develop models and algorithms, or automated reasoning, to help predict the way that we'll listen to music. Quickly on my background, I play bass guitar in a folk band, really enjoy doing gigs with them, but I have no grand illusions of ever being a full-time performer. So I've been looking at other areas in the music industries that might take advantage of my business skills. And I really enjoyed doing my marketing research and data analysis units, so I thought it would be interesting to apply those to the world of music. So what does a data scientist actually do? Well, since the early 2000s, people have been using computers to try and understand what makes a song successful. It's been a bit of a hit and miss process so far, and we don't have it down to an exact science yet. There doesn't seem to be any secret formula to songwriting, and in fact the success of most songs will depend on something else, such as being featured on a particular blog or gaining the interest of an influential radio programmer. How does a computer understand something as subjective as someone's music tastes? Well, it's the job of a data scientist to take large amounts of complex data, such as the audio content of a song, that's things like the harmony and the tempo, the lyrical content and themes, as well as who is listening to what, and use that information to develop models and algorithms that can best predict what we want to listen to next. It's not an easy task, and in fact it takes teams of engineers and scientists using state-of-the-art technology to find creative problem-solving approaches to these complex problems. The insights that they'll gain doesn't just affect which song is going to play next in your playlist, it also shapes things like Spotify's marketing strategies, their product, and the content that they offer. If you want to work for Spotify, they make it pretty clear that you're going to need a lot of technical skills. First of all, you'll need an advanced degree in computer science, mathematics, statistics, physics, psychology, or some other related area. You need to have experience working in programming languages such as Python and R, libraries such as Skippy and scikit-learn, and on top of that, you need to know how to work with frameworks for batch and real-time processing such as Apache Spark and Flink. Aside from the technical stuff, Spotify really wants people who are creative problem solvers. And even if you could do that, the bad news is there's not a lot of opportunity here in Brisbane. Most of the big players, such as Apple and Google, base their staff in Sydney or international locations. There's a massive trend across all forms of digital media at the moment called fragmentation. What's happening is that broadcast and mainstream services are losing their audience numbers as people flock to a whole host of new media outlets. It's making it more and more difficult to track people's music consumption patterns. In the past, people would normally just be exposed to music via the radio, and if they heard an artist that they liked, they'd go down to the shops and buy their CD. Now, people can listen and discover music in a lot of new ways. There's YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Facebook, just to name a few, and as well as the more traditional media outlets such as TV, radio, and even just recommendations from your friends. So all of this is making it way more difficult to collect the relevant data and get a full picture of what's going on in the marketplace. There's another uncertainty in whether the future will see a lot of isolated groups of subcultures with their niche interests that rarely intersect with one another, or massive amounts of overlap between media providers and their audiences. In any case, understanding these changes in consumer behavior will be crucial for the success of these companies. Fortunately for anyone interested in this career, data analysis has become an unavoidable part of developing business strategy. This means that even though there's not a lot of opportunity here in Brisbane, we can develop our skills in other areas in local industries. It can affect things like what Woolworths puts on their shelves, or even which bus lines TransLink deems to be the most important. Although humans have been collecting data for centuries about the climate, demographics, business and government transactions, we're still in the infancy of truly understanding it. It's a field that's going to see an explosion of growth, and that's going to give us insights into countless areas of our lives. Not just the way we listen to our music, but things like crime prediction, medicine, education, and more. So personally, I've got a long way to go before I'll have the skills and experience to work for a company like Spotify, but by taking postgraduate studies in this field and gaining work experience, I should be able to apply the technical skills in a local industry before taking on the international job market and trying to find something in the music industry. In short, computers are getting better and better at understanding the way we listen to music and predicting what we'll like. As they continue to advance, we can expect data science to become an even more important part of the music industry. Being a data scientist requires a lot of technical skills and creative problem solving, so I'm definitely going to have to take on some postgraduate studies. Even after that, it's very likely that I'll have to find work in an unrelated field using those technical skills before transferring them into the music industry.